Warm greetings and hearty welcome to one and all by 3H family. 3H Companion is an organization by the people, of the people, and for the people, believes in human empowerment, cultivation, spirituality, behavioral ethics, connection, and above all, integrity and contribution. We hold awareness programs in the field of counseling, training sessions, workshops, soft skills, life skills, art of living, life rejuvenation, innovations with AI, EI, SQ, and HI as well for the better version of society. We welcome all our guest speakers, our guest of honor, and our participants here on Zoom or at our Facebook channel or YouTube channel at this forum of Unique @ Kuch Baatein Zindagi Ki. Today, we have with us our guest of honor, Mr. Soni Virdi, Chairman, Mount Zion Chain of Schools. He is a man of action and words. He has spent about 20 years of his life in education. He has a learner and a dedicating person who has given more and at the other end never tries to receive. Though it is said, more you give, more you receive. Soni sir, we welcome you with a hearty round of applause at Unique @ Kuch Baatein Zindagi Ki. फलसफे जिंदगी के बहुत हैं जो आपसे आज मुलाकात होगी और साथ में जिक्र होंगे. We also have with us our guest speakers, Mr. Pankaj Patel and Mr. Sarit Ghosh. To add more crowns to their work and achievement, we have with us our coordinator, Ina Singh. She will be telling us more about our guest speakers. So over to you, Ina ma'am. And before that, we welcome Sarit sir and our Pankaj sir also with a huge round of applause.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chanchal ma'am, for giving me this opportunity once again to welcome all our eminent speakers today who all happen to be from the education industry. So I would first like to welcome Mr. Soni Virdi, Mr. Pankaj Patel, and Mr. Sarit Ghosh on the 3H companion platform, Unique Kuch Baatein Zindagi Ki. And also, I would like to welcome all the audience who are there with us to listen to this beautiful conversation, which is going to unfold now in just few minutes after I complete with the introduction of the most beautiful people here. And then also, I would like to welcome the people on the social media who would be listening to this lovely and amazing conversation about education. It will be throughout all about education and their experiences. So first, I would like to introduce Mr. Pankaj Patel. He's serving as a principal at Madhav Bagh Vidya Bhavan School, Surat. And also, I would like to spotlight him so that everybody can see who is our Mr. Pankaj Patel. Thank you, sir, for being here.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
He was born and brought up in Mumbai. Further, he added Masters in English Literature, MA, and Masters in Finance, MBA, and BEd along with the International Certification in Global Career Counseling to enhance his skills. He has vast experience of varied fields like manufacturing, finance, marketing, education, and counseling. He has a passion for teaching, and that's a reason why he is in this education field to provide guidance and show children the right path. He has always focused on practical based learning and a realistic approach towards life. You cannot learn how to swim by just reading a book Audience, please pay attention. You cannot learn how to swim by just reading a book. As he always tells his students that you need to get into the water to learn how to swim. Very well said. And with this, we are welcoming Mr. Pankaj Patel on this platform with a big
Thank you.
applause.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Next, I would like to introduce Mr. Sarit Ghosh. And before that, let me get him on the spotlight so everybody can know whom I'm talking about. Mr. Sarit Ghosh, he has done his MA, MPhil and B.Ed. Currently, he is a principal of the school, SVB. He has experience of more than 26 years. Everybody, please listen to this. This is important. And awards and recognition, so many in his kitty. Zonal Director, CEIR Lucknow Zone, Vice President, PSCAWA Lucknow, Secretary, IDYM Uttar Pradesh, participated in various international meets. His life motto is live and let live. COVID mantra is I choose not to participate in the collective fear, but to pass on the message of peace and healing to everyone. So good, sir. So really nice. It's amazing. And yes, he is from the institution SBM Public School, Lucknow. So let's welcome Mr. Sarit Ghosh on this beautiful platform of Unique Youth. Let's give him a big applause.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for this great honor.
Thank you so much, sir. And now we are moving towards the unfolding of the lovely conversation for which I am also eagerly waiting. Chanchal ma'am, over to you.
Once again, Ina ma'am, thank you so much for introducing our special guest today here and adding more beauty to their lifestyle, to their works and achievements. Thank you. Conversation is bit, heading towards education, as you have already said. And please excuse me, today there is some glitches here in my video or some problem is there. So I'll keep myself in that mode. This picture is more beautiful than as I am looking, so don't worry. Now,
Chanchal ma'am, here I would like to say you are beautiful inside out. Picture does not matter. As it is, you are very beautiful.
Very true, ma'am.
Okay.
Inner beauty matters. Inner beauty matters.
Yeah,
not
very
outer.
true. Yeah.
right. So that's the wonderful part of everyone, that we appreciate each other and we can realize what we are and who we are. We have Mr. Soni Vardi with us, and I would like him to open the note of the discussion today. I got a very little information about him, and I asked him to just introduce himself as well, about his journey in education or the way he is heading towards education and in his life even. So we would like to hear from you, Soni sir. Just a little introduction of yours. Yes.
You want me to speak now?
Yes, yes, sir.
I'm chairman Mount Zion Group of School. I have 7 schools across Sikkim and West Bengal. We have 5 schools in Sikkim and 2 in the state of West Bengal. I've been in this education sector for past 17 years. I don't have much experience like some of you have. As Mr. Sarit Ghosh has 26 years of experience, I'm much younger, not by age, but by experience. But you see, I'm enjoying and I love being an educator. Shouldn't be speaking much. So this much as an introduction.
So I was very right about you. See, I told beforehand that you believe in giving rather than receiving. You believe in doing rather than speaking. And that's what you are. And that's the beauty of simplicity. Great, sir. Thank you so much. Education, we often heard and we are into it for years, all of us, those who are here. We all know about a number of things in education, what is added now, what we were lacking, and still there are many, many things which we wish that, yes, our education system should have to, become more vocational, I should say, or to become more grounded in our culture. You see, we all are Indians if we see, and still our children, they miss this Indian culture. And today what's happening here, so many things, so many seminars, so many conferences, even the policies, they are running here and there, and we all are overloaded, I should say. The quantity has been increased, but the quality is decreased. This is the true fact which we all have observed, right? Whether it is teachers or principals or whomsoever, they are all overloaded and they don't understand what is going on. Things are just happening, and same with the children. Same with the children. Just things are thrown and they are catching. But are they bringing it to their actions? This needs to be noted. So today I want to ask each one of you, you are three here, Pankaj sir, Sarit sir, and Soni Vuddi sir, about what's the problem which you feel that you as a principal with your teachers, when you are bringing a rapport with your teachers, and since you have a number of things from CBSE or from any other board, and you need your teachers to be very active, very smart, very energetic. But on the other hand, teachers are overloaded and they are not like able to take whatsoever you want to give them. So what's that? How you are going to cope up and manage that? That's my point of view here.
Chanchalji, before you go ahead and the speakers speak about it, can we
Right.
ask our audience also to participate today? If they have any questions, they can write down in the
Yes,
chat
yes.
box, because we
Yes,
have
please.
students here, a lot of students are there, and
Yes,
teachers
yes.
are also there. They can also write down in this platform. Since it's an informal conversation, I think people will be comfortable writing here and
Yes,
giving
yes,
out
sure.
their views. So audience,
Yes,
you are free to write down in the chat box, everybody, including me.
yes.
Thank you so much, Anshul ma'am.
Yes, sir. Please. Pankaj sir, we will begin with you.
Yes, ma'am. As you said, the problem which I personally feel what we are facing right now is the lack of, that patience is not there. Not just teachers, even the students and even the people around. When we meet someone, see the level of the frustration that we are having right now. Forget about the corona time, okay? Forget about that time. Prior to that also, I have observed this many a times. Even when we are standing at a signal, and someone honks from behind, the bike wala honks from behind, and all of a sudden, the person in front of him gets so very irritated, so very frustrated. What is this? Where are we heading? One reason I feel is that, that patience which was there in my generation, I would say, because even I tell this to my daughters also, the same thing. I try to explain them. They are not ready to listen to anyone. First thing is, they are not good listeners. Second thing, they think that, whatever we feel we should be doing it, we should get the liberty. What do you mean by liberty? I just question them. What do you mean by liberty? You want your liberty? Fine, I accept it. But what is your definition of liberty? Why is this clash between your definition and what we feel as a liberty? There's a difference between liberty and a sense of, that thing like, this is my self-discipline which I should be maintaining. That is missing somehow. They don't understand. They don't want to take their responsibilities. You give them whatever task you give them. The generation which we are facing right now, the main problem which we are facing is the lack of self-discipline. Self-discipline is missing.
Great, great. Sarit sir, you can also add your inputs over here itself.
Yes, ma'am. Actually, as Vuddi sir said, I have a long experience in teaching. Right now, it's going to be 27 years. When I started in 1991, as a 23, 24-year-old boy, I would say, then the situation was quite different from what we have now. Of course, I was not the principal at that time. I used to teach history in the senior classes. And the attitude of the students was different from that what we have today, right? And
Agreed, sir.
I've also worked under various principals, and our attitude towards principal was that the boss is always right. Whatever he said, whatever I'm today is because of the strict principal we had that time, Mr. Abhishai, who was my principal in school also, because I taught in the same school where I studied. So we could learn a lot of things from him. And even if he said something wrong, we would accept it wholeheartedly. But today, things have changed, man. And today, there is no more rod. So we have to make children understand various things. Our colleagues are teachers also. So those days, as sir was saying, things have changed a lot in these 26, 27 years. And we have to be more diplomatic now. Of course, technology has played a very important role. And I remember those days when I used to tell students how to plan out their future, like you have to go to Delhi for your betterment, they would listen. I doubt whether they would listen today, right? Because they make their own choices today. And of course, they do come for guidance. But I would like to praise my teachers also, in spite of all this Corona and COVID situation. The teachers and we also have adapted very quickly to the new methods, right, ma'am? Things like Zoom and Google Classroom, we were not much aware, but now we have all adapted ourselves in this platform. Of course, there are a lot of shortcomings here also, lot of indiscipline in online classes also. I'm sure sir will also throw light on it. And I think let the others also speak something about it. Thank you.
Okay, okay. Thank you, Harit sir. And Sony sir. Sir Sony with we are waiting for your inputs as well.
Sorry.
That is it.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm sorry. As Sarit sir correctly said that we are overtaken by the technology, and I'm yet to understand technology. uh, I appreciate both the speaker about patience. The level of patience have gone down, and self-discipline has gone down, and the attitude of students have changed. Those are the changes which cannot be stopped. What I feel personally is like, if I personally, if I want to be successful, then I must see my life through the child's perspective. 7 years old or 6 year old or 10 years old child's perspective. If I try to see the world, or if I try to view the world from their perspective, then I would be successful. Otherwise, I may be struggling rest of the life. Therefore, instead of blaming the system, maybe somewhere I have to adapt to new system. This is what I feel.
Very, very right. But sir, this, like I was listening to three of you, lack of responsibility and self-discipline. These are the two major factors, not only online, but offline as well. It's not like online we are missing, but even offline also, you can nail it that these two factors are major factors. Though teaching is moreover a responsibility, it's not a profession, everybody knows about it. But how many of we as educators, we are bringing our heart with our mind as well? Why are we just after the syllabus or result oriented people? I know that it is management, it is our CBSE pattern, but as educators, how to teach chapters is in our hands. What is given is there in their hands, in the book itself. But how to give our children, whether it is 6 years, 7 years, or 18 years or 20 years, it is with us. And that we need to update ourselves. We need to be smarter than our children so that they may listen to us. Another major factor is listening. And I have very keenly observed, everybody wants to listen. Only a few wants to give their ears to somebody else. Even the elders as well. Even the elders as well. And this Ina ma'am will be telling about the last quiz which we had, that we haven't even had a single participant who has won. Because the questions which were asked, they were all related to what we are talking. Today also we will be asking. But it happens sometimes, as soon as we lack listening, we can be wrong. Anybody, we. It's not like children or some means other people, but anyone. So these are some of the major facts which you have brought this light upon, and there are vice principals here today. We have teachers also. So I want them to openly, please unmute yourself. If there is anything coming to your mind, any problem which you are facing, you must speak in front here. Everybody should listen, as a parent, as a teacher, as a student.
Chanchal ma'am, may I ask a question as a parent?
Yes, please, ma'am.
As a parent, I feel too much of homework is given to the children, which is not required. And a lot of things we are spending money on as a parent, and unnecessary projects are being given at the school level, and nobody is checking it up. And children are not learning anything out of it. I'm very candid about it as a parent. And also I'm into education, although the concept is nice with what intention it is done, but it creates a lot of dump. And also we are utilizing unnecessary paper. One side we are trying to save the environment, and on the other side children are just writing copy paste from the internet, and it is going into the dumps. We should be utilizing those projects somewhere, then it makes more sense. Maybe in one class that project is made, and in other classes it is getting used to show it to the children, then it is of utility. But just collection and keeping in the rooms and giving them grades, I can't understand as a parent, honestly, ma'am. So this is a question.
Ma'am, I accept this is the problem which everyone, even myself as a parent, even I face the same problem. And somewhere or the other, the system is to be blamed, I believe, because we have made such a system wherein everyone is to be in the race. No one wants to be out of the race. Everyone wants to win the race. That's it. And just to win the race, they're showing it. Now, if you said about a project, right? I remember very well when we were kids, we did not get this many projects every now and then, right?
True.
And I remember during monsoon days, we had different games to be played. During summer, we had different games to be played. During winters, we had different games. And our toys were designed and made by ourselves. That was the best part, right? We did not purchase the toys from somewhere else. We designed and made our own toys. Does the child today does that? No. The answer is no, because we are providing them completely, and somewhere or the other, we as a parent are responsible for this. That's what I believe. I blame myself sometimes, because I have all the gadgets which has been given to my daughter. Why? Because we feel it is a necessity of time. Somewhere or the other, we feel that it is required. It is a part of our life now. We have to, adjust. We have to adapt to the new changing time, and that is the reason why we try to get everything. And that is the reason where they are not learning the things the way we learned it. That's what I feel, man. And projects, as you said, yes, very true. Unnecessary requirement of project just for the sake of doing the things have been happening. And somewhere, even as a principal, my hands are pounded. I am not able to do that. I am not able to take that thing out of the particular curriculum which we have designed for the schools and everywhere. It should be practical based learning. As I every now and then keep on telling my children and everyone, even my daughters, even my students, everyone, you try to acquire skills that is going to help you out in your future life. Whatever you have learned or marked up is not going to help you out. Believe me, not a single thing from the book is required in your real life. We are just getting our children to learn the things, mug up the things, as Isha ma'am said that homework is given, write it down 2 times, difficult word, write it down 5 times. What is
Pankaj sir, you are on mute.
And where you? So I agree to that particular point, ma'am, and definitely we need to bring in a change in that direction. And I'm sure others will also accept that particular stuff.
And here, sir, I think absolutely rightly said by you that yes, principals cannot do it alone. They require the education department to take care of all these things before assigning the curriculum. And
Tina ma'am,
also,
yeah.
yes, sir, I'm getting you. And also, I feel parents should object about it. If their children are doing so much of homework at home and they are facing that issue, parents are not raising the concern at all. I have faced this problem personally in the school. My children tell me not to say anything because I'm the only one who's talking about it. So
Very true, ma'am. Very
people
true.
don't voice out, because if parents voice out these things, I think things can be taken care of.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Tina
Yes,
ma'am.
yes,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir.
One
You are
minute.
on.
I have some good news for you. The news is that last week we had a meeting with the secretary of the CBSE, Mr. Anurag Tripathi ji, and this matter was really brought up. And he has agreed that he will look into this matter. So the matter has already reached Mr. Tripathi, and I feel that he's a very, nice person, and it has reached him. I didn't raise the matter. Some other lady principal from the south did raise this matter. The children are wasting a lot of time in doing this, projects and all. And as Patel sir said, when we were young, we didn't do so many projects. These are all new things. And he's very right about the gadgets also. We used to play with all sorts of things, no, made from nature and all that. वो साइकिल का टायर भी हम लोग लेके दौड़ते थे.
बिल्कुल,
But
बिल्कुल, sir.
Right.
and गिल्ली डंडा and those things, marbles. and
सरित
all.
सर, उसका बहुत फायदा था जब हम उस टायर को लेकर दौड़ते थे और जब हमें
हाँ.
क्लास में पढ़ाया जाता था इन फिजिक्स, वी यूज टू
हाँ.
रिकनेक्ट दोस मेमोरीज विद
Yes,
दैट.
ma'am. तो आज तो प्ले स्टेशन का जमाना है ना मैम.
True,
So
absolutely.
what will they learn? So let's hope Tripathi sir and CBSE does something about it. I'm sure the ICC people will also do something about it. Yeah.
Right, sir.
Yes, Soni,
Yes, sir. Soni, sir.
With due respect to all the speakers, you see, the times have changed. Abhi hum log, if we ask our children also to play with those tire and marble, they will not agree with that. You see, times have changed. But two very important things that we discussed just now, which we are disliking what is going on about too much of homework and project work. You see, homework has to be there, but not too much. But homework has to be there. See, what I personally feel, even us at this age also, if we stop doing homework, we will fail. All the successful people in the world are those who does homework every day. At this age also, if we stop doing homework, the homeworks are being done in extra time. Therefore, as a matured man, what do I do in the extra time? Do I do homework? If I stop doing homework, then I do not grow. Number two,
Exactly.
about the project, you see, actually the life is project based. Suppose if I have children, I have to, nurture them for 20, 25, 30 years. It's a 30 years of project. If I do any one new thing, that's a project. Actually, life is a project based. So they will get hands-on experience if they are used to with the project. But somebody correctly said that wastage of paper and all has to be stopped somewhere, and project has to be really useful. But as somebody said, we cannot do anything by our own, because we also have limitation, because it is been governed by CBSE. But I'm hopeful National Education Policy 2020 will be implemented soon, where these things will get resolved soon. Thank you.
Tony sir, I'm not against the projects. I am with you. Of that project should be there because it's need of an hour. But I think we can avoid wastage, and individual projects should be avoided. If children work in a team, I have seen my own daughter working in the team, and she was struggling. She was very angry because half the people were not doing the work. Some of them were not giving it on time. So they were boiling to hotness, I would say. So there I could see something happening in my children as well. So projects should be PPT based. Online it can be done. Lot of things without paper should be done. because papers are getting wasted. What I find, being a now, especially when I'm into an NGO also, I find everything related to paper little bit more connected with. As a parent also I felt, but now since being a part and founder of an NGO, I find, and also we are working in the environment, so I find this, it can be easily avoided and children can learn at the same time with the projects is a
Ina,
very good idea. Yes, ma'am.
Ina ma'am, there I would bring that light here, like this is not CBSE or any board who has asked for any paperwork or project work, right? Projects actually we have been given for last 25 years. But quantity and quality, what I said, now the quantity have been increased. And when we talk about project, like sir said, that it is very, very necessary to grow because it doesn't only involve writing. Writing what we say or what when we give in writing, that is not a project actually. That is an assignment or a report, whether it is a survey report or it is a project report, which has to be given by each and every children. But after doing that project, and project should be very live, which should not involve any of the materialism from like bringing from the market. If you are asking a child to plant a tree, what what does he need? Soil he needs, water he needs, and a plant, right? A sapling. Sapling he can bring from any of the park or from any of the neighbor or anybody, means he can arrange. And if it is a teamwork, children will be learning team spirit. Yes, of course, sometimes they have conflict, sometimes they have quarrel, but the leader is supposed to handle all these things. So everything is important, but how you are guiding your children, how you are making them to do homework, even when homework is given. Why our children are failed to do that homework? Because they were not told how to do that. That's the reason it becomes a burden. Whether it is homework, whether it is your exam, you can make it easy for your children. Tell them about the criteria of exam before your exam. How many of our teachers, they take this pain to tell about the criteria of the exam? What type of a question children will be facing in the exam? And after the exam, the answers to be discussed. After the exam, the rubrics is to be told to the children. If they have 5 marks question and you have given 3 marks, 4 marks, 2.5, they should know why. They don't know why. So these are some of the things where our children, these children are lacking and they are not growing. They also become now taken for granted. They have taken it. Okay, right, wrong. Either we will be getting these marks or that marks. So marks have become more important than knowledge. These books are giving us knowledge, but we teachers, we make this knowledge the skill. If we relate that knowledge to life related issues, number of things are there which we can do. Like sir has given one very, very good, clay. With clay, children are making their toys. So soil also they can use, mud also they can use to make their toys. And that can be a very good project for the children of younger age. They enjoy it and they can utilize all buttons, all beads for the eyes and other things. So these are some of the things which we need to, and like Ina ma'am told about PPT and all for the elder children, they are learning computers, so they can do very well all these things. And paper wastage can be now resolved. This is we need to, this is the need of the time that we shall think about it. And even the books, sir, every now and then books are changed. As soon as one class is over, those books are changed. So again, a paper wastage. Why don't we use same book for 3 to 4 years? Children of class 4, they can use the books of class 5th children. So there are many ways, and people, some of the countries have even started it, doing so, or they are doing it already.
Chanchal ma'am, I think we have discussed a lot of things which were till now little bit of negativity. Now let's talk about some very positive things.
So there is
Sarit sir,
positive also.
Soni sir, Pankaj sir, what new they are doing in their school? Something different from the others, unique, so that all the others will also know about it and they would love to implement. I think everybody does something other different in their schools, which
Yes,
adds
it is.
value to it.
I won't say I'm doing anything different right now. But as Sir said, Sony Sir said, that we are embracing the change. We are accepting the change and we are adapting, trying to adapt ourselves to the change. Because we know that if we do not upgrade ourselves, we will be thrown out. Simple as that. This is the funda of life. So that's what we are doing. And you won't believe, even I am learning myself. You know, technology. Yes, I am learning myself. Still, I'm a learner. I'm a student right now. Because even there are many things which I don't know. When we need to connect with someone, like we are using different various platforms, like Zoom platform is there, Google Meet is there. There are many functions, many things which we are learning. Sometimes I have to go and ask my teacher, मैम आप लोग ये यूज कर रहे हो, कैसे कर रहे हो, जरा मुझे बताएंगे इसमें कहाँ से ये फंक्शन एक्टिवेट होता है. This is what is happening, right? So earlier it was like I used to call them up and tell them ये ऐसे नहीं, इस तरह से आपको करना है. Now sometimes I have to go up to them and ask them, मैम ये कैसे करना, जरा बताएंगे आप. So this is the difference. That's what. Now I am a student, right? So
This
technology, yes, very true. We are adapting to the technology, and you won't believe my teachers are conducting lectures in the ground nowadays. Open space under the tree, on the swing.
This is something amazing and different and very nice. I
Yes,
think
yes,
Gurukul
yes.
concept is coming back and
Yes.
children must be enjoying it.
Because children are not there in the school campus. School campus पूरा खुला पड़ा है, and the teachers are making a maximum use of the campus. पहले कभी मुझे नहीं लगता उनको झूले पे बैठने का मौका मिलता था. They were not getting time to sit on the swing. But nowadays, we also, even I sometimes, when I'm free, I go there and I'm a little child out there. झूले पे झूल रहे हैं. Huh? So this is which I feel like this is best part of the online teaching nowadays. You can conduct a classroom from anywhere, right?
Pankaj sir, you are
Anywhere.
changing the concept of the principal also. Otherwise, we used to think strict with no smile at all, and we cannot approach the person. I think with this wall breaking up, I think a lot of things will improve in education.
Sure, ma'am.
Yes.
Sure, ma'am.
And it is actually bringing a good rapport between the teachers, the students, and the principal.
Agree,
Because
agree.
even many of the times, our children are very smart, sir, at
And
technology.
Chanchal ma'am, don't miss out the parents. Parents are also important keys.
No, here I am talking about in the school, right? Our children are connected to our teachers and teachers are connected to the principal. I am talking about them. And children are very smart. Even we sometimes ask children that how these things have to be done. They are smarter than us in technology. Anyway,
Right.
yes, Ina ma'am, I think it's time also to tell our winners that the last time quiz, what happened, which are the answers. They must know about it.
Yeah, that I'll share, ma'am. But I think Sarit sir and Soni sir are still to talk about their one good achievements in their school.
Yes,
Because
yes,
Pankaj
yes,
sir has finished,
yes.
and then we will come back to it. And
I would
towards the
like to
end,
share.
we will do felicitation. And before that, I'll show the questions also and answers also I'll share with them. Yes, Sarit sir.
Something new, ma'am. What we did was that in our school, we have students of, well-to-do families and not too well-to-do families also. And with the onset of these online classes, there were some students who could not afford a smartphone, right? And because a smartphone costs at least 7,000 to 8,000 rupees, and it goes up to 20,000, 25,000 rupees. So I had asked somebody in my class 10th if somebody could. There are many families who change their phones, mobile phones. So I had requested if anybody had a phone to spare, and I'm so happy to tell you that at least 4 children offered their phones which they were not using anymore. They had gone to a high-end phone, so they gave those phones not to me but to their classmates who could not afford that. So ma'am, in spite of all this technology, human beings are still good and they help each other out, right? So it was a matter of great pride for me. I didn't expect such a good response from the students, and the students who got them were also overwhelmed and they had tears in their eyes, and they promised them that we will return it after that exam and whatever. But those friends said, no, हमारे घर में तो ऐसे ही पड़ा हुआ है, आप इसको utilize करो. And in one case we did was to recharge the phone, because that person did not have the money also to recharge, So these are the various problems which we are facing. And sir rightly said, now gone are the days of the old principle कि डंडा लेके घूमना था स्कूल के चारों तरफ या nowadays that doesn't work. You have to be a more friendly principal. You have to be accessible to your teachers and students also. Students should have the confidence to walk into your office and talk to you. We were scared of the principal. You are right. In our days, entering the principal's office is very dangerous. But now the things have changed, and we have to be more friendly, accessible to the students. And I'm sure we have learned a lot from the pandemic. Thank you.
Right, sir. Great job you have done. This is the need also, that all the students, those who are unable and other students are helping them. So this is a great learning and value you have added to your work as well as to our students' thinking. Great, sir. Great job. Sony, sir, anything from your side?
I'm not doing anything new as such, but in Gangtok, we have two schools. The Cine School is a big campus. It's a green campus. We don't have buildings. We have cottages and in the midst of the jungle. And children and teachers, everyone must walk half a kilometer inside the campus to reach the cottage classroom. Therefore, and especially what I have found, like especially class 8, class 9, 10, this age group, they are a little reluctant. Sometimes they don't want to come to school. You see, in the summer, what we also do is, like, you can wear sneakers and you can wear half pant, shorts of your choice, but you come to school. You see, coming to school is more important than sometimes uniform. That's number one, breaking the barrier sometimes. Number two, we have been doing, since actually we started in 2014, but for a year only we could do that. But from 2018, it is compulsory that class 6 and above student, they carry their tablets. It is a tablet learning system in our school, compulsory tablets. Everyone must bring. School gives the Wi-Fi. And we have one life skill session every day. What we used to have moral science in a once in a week, but we have life skill session every day. Because what I believe, somebody also said that bookish knowledge will not make us successful. I have seen many IAS and IPS are in jail because they have bookish knowledge, but they don't have
Yes.
the values, the values that has to be there. So the value we are giving more, and the financial literacy also we teach. See, these are small things that we do. Otherwise, nothing new. It's all the same.
Tony sir, Sarit sir, and I think our Pankaj sir, his Wi-Fi is not working, so he has just left out. But I would say all of you are doing wonderful, small little things, but they make a big difference in the student's life. Like you said, uniform. It's such a big thing in the mind of the students that they have to get dressed up every day and go. So you have removed that for a certain period of time, looking at the environment and everything. Amazing. These decisions are really amazing. Sarit sir, you said you have given those mobiles to the children. Again, amazing, because at your position, many principals would rethink, should we ask for it? Should we go for it? Is it part of our work? So these are all small little gestures, I think, which anybody and everybody should do. And yes, you are doing a commendable job and you are inspiring so many other educationists today. That's what I feel by coming out on that part. Because individually, we are doing a lot of things. But if we speak about it and tell to the people that yes, we are doing it, some of the people are of the view that we should not tell. But I am of the view that it should be told so that everybody knows about it, learns from it, and in fact, get inspired by it. कि मैं भी कर सकता हूँ ऐसा. ये तो आसान है, मुश्किल नहीं है. So very nice, got a lot of insight into it. And as Chanchal ma'am said, now we are moving on towards the last part where we would be felicitating also that Chanchal ma'am would be doing it. But before that, few questions I would be sharing and the answers of the last session. Correct answers for June 30 quiz were, the answer was B and C. Those who participated will know what the B and C would be. And next, I'm coming to today's quiz. Everybody be ready.
Ina ma'am, please tell them. B was IN24 News, and C was Priyanka Bhargava, Miss Priyanka Bhargava, which was given right, which was I think which was given correctly by many, but first answer, that was IN24 News, that was wrong by many people. So they come to know about it.
Ma'am, can you please say the winners?
Better there is no winner, because Ina ma'am just now told na, that the answers were B and C. And most of you have given your answers as A and C. Right? So there were no winners of the last episode. Now, today's question, you must read carefully and answer. Who said you need to get into the water to learn how to swim? Who said? And the second question is, who decided to pass on the message of peace and healing to everyone? Mr. Sarit Ghosh, Mr. Pankaj Patel, and Mr. Soni Virdi. Choose the right answer. Yes. Now we can proceed further to our felicitation round, Ina ma'am. So once again, I need to first of all thank Almighty for blessing us with wonderful people, with all gracious presence of our guest of honor and our guest speakers and beautiful and encouraging participants here, those who always encourage to do better. And we as 3H family here proudly present a token of love to our guest of honor, Mr. Soni Virdi, a certificate of gratitude and appreciation for rendering his valuable time and virtuosity at unique@kuch Ki. Sir, heartiest congratulations. Please accept this token of love. We will be privileged.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Pleasure was mine, ma'am, to be here on this platform.
Sir Soni, we would like now you to felicitate our guest speakers, Mr. Pankaj Patel and Mr. Sarit Ghosh, and also our coordinator, Ms. Ina Singh.
The certificate of appreciation and gratitude is presented to Mr. Pankaj Patel for your contribution was valuable, and as a speaker of Unique You, and you have really done well, and you've been doing great to the society, to your school, and we congratulate Mr. Pankaj Patel.
Thank you,
Please
sir.
accept
Thank
this
you,
certificate.
Thank you, sir.
Heartiest congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
Mr. Sarit Ghosh, we feel proud. You are one of the very famous personality in India in education field, because wherever I go, I hear your name. We are very proud to be associated to you, and this certificate is proudly presented to you with the appreciation and gratitude, Mr. Sarit Ghosh.
Thank you, Virdi, sir.
Heartiest
Thank you, Soni.
congratulations.
And thank you, ma'am. Right. I'm just a small thing in education, sir, not a very big person. Thank you anyway for your appreciation.
Sarit sir, we all are drop and then we are making a big ocean. Don't worry. Yes.
Miss Ina Singh, you are a wonderful host. You've been very patient with every one of us, especially me, in such a big program, national level program. And I joined walking on the road. You've been patient with me. You really need big hats off from my side and
Thank you
round
so
of
much,
applause
sir.
to you. And
You took out
this-
such a valuable time for us. That's more important.
So a gratitude from our heart to you and much appreciation. And this certificate is presented to you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much.
Heartiest congratulations, Ina ma'am.
Thank you.
Highest
So once,
congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you
once
so
again,
much.
it is a big thank to each one of us and
Thank you.
blessings from God that we all have been gathered here. We have marked our gracious presence and contributed a lot that we all educators should, and this will really enrich us as well as others to do something different, as Ina ma'am already marked, that we are here to mark a difference, and we will be. We can, we will, we must. With this thought, we end up our today's program, and we'll be meeting soon in another one. Till then, stay blessed, stay healthy.
Thank you so much, Anchal ma'am. And I would also
Thank
like
you.
to say thank you to Roro ma'am, who had joined afterwards, and also Fatma ma'am, whom we could not wish before. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
Thank
you,
you,
everybody.
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.